Yo, yo. We back in here, man. Ringside Club on this
Go.
Thursday evening.
Yes, Sirski.
I mean,
Most
cheers and
active
salute
gods.
to everybody out there, man. What a wonderful day in the neighborhood. How we doing, man?
Man, fresh off work, man. I was like, yo, I ain't even about to just rush through and be late. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, let's just park up right here and just get this done right now, because it's gonna be a good ass episode. Let me tell you.
Yeah, man.
Y'all see the preview. Y'all see the previews going on, man. It's gonna be a real good episode. Let me tell you. We got some jokes for y'all. Some throwback, but it's also gonna lend into what's currently happening right now. You'll see the parallels. But
Taking over for the 9-9 and the
yeah.
2000.
The only pod recapping a Sunday Night Heat episode
Sunday
two
Night
times.
Heat. First of all, those Sunday Night Heats were a good time to. They were just a good time. Like I would like to see them.
Bring that back.
Yeah, like not even bring it back, just like put all the episodes up somewhere where we can find them. Like I
Shout to
wouldn't
the
mind
homie on the
the Sunday
YouTube.
Night Heats. What's the other one? Shotgun Saturday Night. I wouldn't mind going back and watching those.
I'm a psycho. I'll take Velocity.
Velocity was after my time.
Velocity was right in the era. That was the John Cena ruthless aggression era. He was going in there. That was the hardcore Holly show, basically.
Yeah, that was after my time. But for those that don't know, if you haven't seen the description, what we're talking about this evening are a pair of episodes of Sunday Night Heat, World Wrestling Federation Sunday Night Heat from the year of 1999, because of course both of these episodes took place at the Nassau Coliseum. And if you've been following along, I believe this is the fourth episode that we've done in a row where we're just talking about things that went down at the Nassau Coliseum, big wrestling events. You know, we talked about the Bunkhouse Stampede. We talked about, I believe, was it Royal Rumble, or we talked about a few. Last episode we had Scotland on to talk about the Great American Bash 2008. Shouts to the Black Guy Wrestling Pod. But this here episode we are talking about Sunday Night Heat. But before we actually get into the episode, I want to say thank you to everybody tuning in. I want to say that you can follow us across all social media. Right now, we're live on X and we are live on YouTube, all the podcast platforms. You can find all of the episodes there as well. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere else you find your podcasts, on demand, in demand, things of that nature. My name, of course, I go by the name of A.O. Baker, signature mover himself. Chad, what's good?
Kid Younger Dava, CHADLAW, Chad Law, live from the car phone, always on the go, never stagnant. You know we always got things in motion. Best believe that. It's a Thursday night at 9:05, our bi-weekly regime. We giving y'all a nice episode of this series, man. And joining us right now, the God birthday audio in the Spiz Naive.
You.
My
What's good,
guys,
brother? How
what's
we
up?
feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling even better now that I'm here with y'all, man. I'm ready to chat and chop it.
Love it.
It's RSC the Almighty. Also, before we get into it, I want to say coming up very shortly in the next couple of weeks will be the Short Shot Top Dollar Bunchy Cartier album, Dunbar, the duo. They've got a self-produced. It is a produced album by Anthony Dennis of the Mob from Long Island. It's hosted by DJ Big Mike the Ruler, and it's curated by the boy Chad Law. So it's a nice project coming for y'all. So the next about week or so, stay tuned for that. Y'all gonna see that all over the timeline coming up. Best believe Dunbar Powerful Snuffs is the name. Dunbar Powerful Snuffs. Real snuffs. You know what I mean? It's gonna hit you with the music, best believe. So we got some good stuff coming, man. And make sure y'all go get AO's beat tape out right now, the volume
Oh
uno.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Volume 1. We got that Baker Beat Supply Volume 1. That was a good time putting that together. It's been a busy, I don't know, week and a half. I dropped that. I dropped 2 episodes of the Signature Move show. I have something I'm trying that I'm gonna drop in the morning using one of those beats. I used to do like maybe 8 bars over random instrumentals of mine. about what's going on in wrestling, but I'm gonna be dropping something tomorrow over one of those beats from Baker Beat Supply Volume 1. Just
Mm-hmm.
talking about the Kevin Knight MJF match last night, Hangman Page, that whole situation coming up at Revolution. So got a nice little I'm bringing back No Flows Bar basically, but I'm doing it as a series. That was a project that came out in 2003. Shouts to Heartbreak. Julio was on there. Graham from Public Enemies was on there. Rich Latta was on there playing Boogie on the artwork. However, I'm gonna bring it back as a series starting tomorrow on that Signature Move channel. We're gonna try it out. You know what I mean? Got everything recorded, and I'll probably finish editing that tonight. But yeah, if you feel like just listening to some beats, man, you can go check that out, man. Made by aobaker.com is where everything that I do is at. So
You see my guy birthday over here too in the lab right now, man. You know, we got stuff going on.
Always. I like that Stu hat too, man. We about to start calling you Stu Hart.
I had to. I'm like, yo, I'm always in the stew. I'm the stew captain, so let me get a stew cap. So
that's fire. Stu Hart, man.
How...
AKA birthday, AKA Stu Hart. You know?
Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm out here, man. I gotta definitely get some music going on with you, man, for sure.
Oh, that was clever. I'm down.
Yeah, we gotta really make something special. I think I got some. I think I'm already inspired, man, by you guys, for real, man. I'm definitely a ringside.
You always cooking, man. You've been cooking since I met you, bro. Like you've been a chef. You've been a chef with many hats for well over, you know what I mean, a decade plus.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's a great time that wrestling brings a lot of us together in this form, because it really it's a one-on-one type of experience when it comes to just being a wrestling, fanatic, and just
can't even explain it for real, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to say like the insider, because we ain't over here with the dirt sheets and we ain't chilling with Sean Ross Sapp and them, you know what I mean? But we just wanted to make sure with a series like this, especially with the way we've been moving with RSC, that we're not just giving y'all weekly reviews where we're just barking about what's happening in the current wrestling space. That's why, as a reminder, the series is the Nassau Coliseum series with the RSC. We're Long Island based. So it's only right we talk about Long Island-based shows, whether it's any company, AEW, WWE, NWA, that has come through the Nassau Coliseum. It's a classic venue, alternative to MSG. You know what I mean? It's had some amazing shows. It's had some pretty terrible shows. But we gonna cover most of them.
Man, there's a variety.
We gonna cover most of them. And if you haven't checked already, please check out some of our previous episodes in the last couple of weeks. We've covered the Bunkhouse Brawl. We've covered, why am I drawing a blank real quick?
Great American Bash.
Great American Bash 2008. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we talked about the first ever Saturday night's main event that took place at the Coliseum as well, which was basically the Raw after Mania of its time, because that was the first big show after, I think, the first WrestleMania.
Right.
So, and like that was just such an interesting time, like, not to get back into it, but Saturday Night Live's executive producer Dick Ebersol has so much to do with what WWF programming looked like at that time, because he was the executive producer of Saturday Night's Main Event, brought it over to the channel. They were on MTV, doing one-off shows before. So, go back and check those out, man. It's a lot. What I enjoy the most is a lot of these shows are shows that I have not seen before. I did not watch in real time. So going back to watch it, I'm picking up little things here and there and just learning about what was going on at the time. So I'm sure y'all can do the same.
Agreed. Without further ado, let's get into Sunday Night Heat, man.
Sunday Night Heat, 1999. Let me set my screen up. This was a time, bro. I literally just got finished watching. So yesterday, I don't know what I was doing. I was working on something. The chat was like, "Yo, you want to, what we basically didn't usually at the end of these episodes or go back through the list. I'm like, all right, we're gonna get into this, that, and the third for the next episode. That did not happen last week. And then 2 weeks since,
we could actually before you go on. I remember we didn't even shout out House of Glory, by the way, too. Shout out to House of Glory. That
House of Glory was a good time.
We recorded the last episode we recorded was right before the show. So yeah, shout to House of Glory with that one. And I think I pointed to you. I was like, yo, that guy's wearing a World's End t-shirt. Nassau Coliseum.
Yo, there was. There was
guy
a
in front
World's
of
End
us
t-shirt. He
wearing it.
looked like he had the the good Wrangler jeans. You know what I mean? So like he might have just got off. He just hit the
Good trucker. The
good
good
trucker,
trucker hat
man.
on.
He
So yeah,
just hit the,
that's
he just punched out, man. That punch
that's where I
card, man.
figured we was. I was like, yo, let's just do World's End. You know what I mean? But I think it's still a little too recent. I think we could just wait on World's End in AEW 2023. You know what I mean? It was only just a couple years ago. I figured we can go further back. So AO was like, let's do Sunday Night Heat. I was like,
Yeah,
right.
we'll do
Actually, it's a
Sunday
good
Night
one.
Heat.
That was a good one. I haven't watched Sunday Night Heat
Super random, super
since
random,
at least when I had a cable box that had the red like dot on it, the red dials. Like I haven't
bro.
watched. I
I
know
didn't
for
have
a
cable.
fact. Really?
Yeah, I didn't have cable, so it was whatever the homies was recording for me. That was really it. If I didn't get the VHS tape, I just catch it in the magazines, man.
Yeah,
Type. I didn't have cable either growing up. I just whatever I saw, I saw. You know, whatever I heard, I heard.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Hmm.
this episode of Sunday Night Heat was June 1999, of course, from the Nassau Coliseum, and they opened up. So just to paint the picture of what was going on around this time, this is the higher power era of WWF, and what this was about was the Ministry of Darkness was running amok. You got the Undertaker, he's got all of his goons with him. You got the Acolytes, you got a whole bunch of people, all of Paul Bearer in the mix, of course. Stone Cold Steve Austin is obviously the guy. This is, absolute coincidence that I'm wearing an Austin t-shirt today. It was just a clean shirt. That's all.
going
Um,
fanboyish tonight.
yeah, super. Yeah, what's that? Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Me too. This is like I
Absolute
just had a
coincidence,
clean
bro.
T-shirt today. I just wore it.
Yeah, it's just one of the. I just picked
That's
it out of
so
the drawer, bro.
funny. That's so funny, bro.
um, and yeah, so Austin's running amok. He's feuding with the Undertaker, and there was a period of time, spring summer, where Vince McMahon, kind of saw the light, so to speak. We all know that legendary war between Stone Cold and Vince McMahon went on for so long, but they almost had like a truce, if I remember correctly, where the Undertaker is a much more evil force. So in order to take him down, in order to at least maintain, our standing right now in the company, we got to at least fight on the same side. And fast forward to this, the episode opened up with the higher power who used to come out in this like dark red robe with the hood all the way up, long hood covering his face. You can't see who he is, and the higher power reveals himself to Steve Austin, and his eyes get big and he's cursing up a storm and all that. He knows who he is. Nobody else, at least as far as the crowd, the commentators know. Obviously, the Ministry of Darkness would know. So that's where we start. And the reason I bring Vince McMahon up is that it would eventually be revealed that Vince McMahon was the higher power. There was a whole lot of speculation as to who the higher power would be. I remember Don Callis, who was known as Cyrus back in the day. He was one of the people that a lot of the rumors were going around. But anyway, that recap, that's how the show started. And throughout this episode, you just pretty much see Steve Austin attacking everybody, man. Like he's in a rage. He knows who the higher power is. That pissed him off. And it was just chaos. And I didn't realize there's a lot of like gifs and memes and videos that get shared pretty often from one of these particular segments on this show. Because Steve lost his mind and stunned everybody. And then some people just couldn't take that stunner right. So, but it was a good episode.
What I peeped from this episode, yo, 1999 was such a wavy year of wrestling. I was not involved in wrestling at this time. I didn't jump into wrestling until the year 2000, the following year. And really, I want to say like May, like my birthday, like right around King of the Ring 2000 is when I kind of just got familiar. So like going back to 1999, crazy to see the era that was then compared to like where we are now, from commentary, from the names of the wrestlers such as Meat and his group PMS
Bro,
getting
I was
beat.
gonna get to that.
Unbelievable.
Crazy times.
We're gonna go through these two episodes from June and November, but trust, we've got a doozy to go through with them because man,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sean Stasiak already messed me up because I forgot that he was Meat. Like I never
So did I.
understood.
And the
I didn't
fact
know.
that like Jackie, Terry Runnels, Ryan Shan, like Jackie in that group was insane. Like
Yes.
Jackie and PMS, like
Yes.
Miss Jacqueline, whoop ass
PMS and
Jackie
Meat. Meat and PMS was crazy. Off top. The main event scene was literally the same four guys for the most part.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Austin, Triple H, Undertaker, Rock, and then sprinkles of Kane here and there. Also, Road Dogg was really him at the time. Like, it's crazy where we at with Road Dogg now. I'm sure some of y'all watching have seen the news about where he's at right now, what happened. So nothing crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Nothing, you know, he's still alive and well, but I'm sure y'all have seen the news. He's not on the creative team or writing team of SmackDown anymore. But to see him at that time, because I've only really seen Road Dogg as DX, you know what I mean? A New Age Outlaw. So to see him have his little singles run, even with Michael Cole running down, former hardcore champion, tag team champion, intercontinental champion, like, damn, Road Dogg was getting gold out there, yo. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't no slouch. He wasn't like everybody in DX, or essentially that was a part of this King of the Ring tournament, or would become a part of this King of the Ring tournament, had some weight. And they were all really DX. X-Pac was no slouch. Road Dogg was no slouch. And Billy Gunn, they was trying to give him some love. They were like, all right, Mr. Ass, it's your time now. Like, so it was interesting seeing a lot of those characters progress in the upper mid card. And also Ken Shamrock. I really wish that Ken Shamrock stayed around longer, because I actually liked his whole interaction with Jeff Jarrett, down to the blood on the face, the talking to Lance. Lance is hysterical. We need more Lance. Wherever Lance is at, we need to shout out Lance. I didn't know who Lance was at all before this episode. The backstage interviewer messed me up, because I was like,
"Is that his name, Lance? What did I write down?
Was it Lance?
Lucas. Was it Lucas?
Lucas. I said Lance. Luke. I think it's Lucas. It was Lucas.
Yeah,
Lucas
he looked like a dorkier Michael Cole.
Yeah.
I had no idea who
I
dude
think that was the
bro.
idea.
No clue who son was. I've never seen him before. So I was just like, yo, this is actually amusing right now. This guy's pretty good. And goes to say Ken Shamrock is definitely someone that I feel like had a longer run in him if he chose to, man. I think Ken Shamrock would have been really dope. Higher up in that mid-card, upper mid-card main event. I think he would have broke through. Him trying to go back-to-back for King of the Rings, it's like clearly they had a plan for Ken Shamrock.
Yeah.
I never looked into the story of what happened and why he left. I don't know if he just got tired of the WWF at the time, but I never understood why his reign in WWF wasn't longer than it was. It was like a quick year. He had like a Bad Bunny quick little run. Cain Velasquez, like a quick little.
He was in WW, what, maybe 2 years?
2 years. Quick little two. I was thinking about that. I was watching this. I was like, yo, still 99 and Ken Shamrock's here? Oh,
and I thought for sure that Shamrock would have been a world champ. I thought for sure that he would have been a world champ. Like, even going back to 97, he was in that world title match on In Your House.
Yes.
With Shawn Michaels. This is right after the Montreal, the Survivor Series pay-per-view. He had that one-on-one with Shawn Michaels. Not that I thought he was going to win that match, but he was in the picture.
I agree. I thought Ken Shamrock had some flavor. I thought he was going to be able to do something, extensive. His TNA run was pretty cool for what it was. You know what I mean? The NWA run. That's where he popped back.
TNA Hall of Famer?
He is. He was the first NWA TNA World Champion, if I'm not mistaken. So essentially, he did continue. He took probably about like a 2-year break and then popped back up in TNA. So, shouts to TNA always just knowing how to just, revive people's careers. Even back then.
The Wrestler Whisperers, man.
Yeah, the Wrestler Whisperer, man.
Now that's Court Bauer. That's MLW, bro. Yeah, they had Teddy Hart acting right for a little while. What'd you think of this time in this episode, Birthday?
Well, there was a couple of things that I was thinking about. The first thing that came to my mind was when I went to Saturday Night Main Event. This past, what was it, like a year, where Chelsea won the U.S. belt. So I just remember the environment and everybody in Long Island just packing this parking lot. It was like, I felt that was like I went to a couple of SmackDowns or whatever, but that was like, oh wow, this is like a real feel. Nassau Coliseum's like we're all close. There's a ton of people. It's like really exciting, whatever. Even though for the most part it was like a little tame, it was still chill. So now I'm watching this and I'm seeing Stone Cold coming out at the end of every single match and stunning everybody.
Yeah, chaos, bro. Absolute chaos.
Who could pull that
I
off
can
right
only
now?
imagine what.
Who could pull that off right now in present day? If we had to take a piece from then to now, who could pull that type of maneuver off right now? Brock Lesnar would probably be it. That'd be, I guess he's done that kind of, sort of.
I don't know.
But he's too big, so he comes out slow, you know? Stone Cold was coming in there really fast and just stunning
like,
everybody.
Who has that aura? I don't think anyone right now probably has that aura that, like, would be believable to come out with that type of ferocity and just be like, yo, I'm knocking heads off and I'm giving everybody a finisher and I'm walking in the back and I'm going to go knock more heads off. Like, I can't even think about anybody right now that probably got that type of vibe.
I can see Brody King doing that.
Okay.
Brody King got
an angry tribal chief.
He don't move fast enough, though.
Yeah. Roman don't move fast enough. Roman definitely don't move.
I guess like when he wants to. Not really.
He leaps in the air with the Superman punch. So
really, honestly, Braun Breaker. Right, Braun Breaker's another good one. Like if he was a face,
a good one.
The thing that you need for this to work to be comparable to Austin, not only is the sudden movement and the chaos, you need that pop. You need the people on your side, because it's whether the glass hit or he just ran out. As soon as you got a glimpse of Austin, it was bedlam. Everybody's cheering, everybody's up. And then when he hits the stunner, everybody is boom. So I think like you could probably get Braun Breaker to do that when he's running.
Bro, you right.
50 mile an hour down the ramp to hit that spear.
On everybody after every match, it's almost like by the fourth match, it's just like, yo, Braun's about to show up any minute now, and he's just gonna. Oh, he knocked him out his boots already. Yeah. I see that. I could rock with that.
That's probably the closest, but maybe I mean, Kevin Owens literally does a stunner, so maybe him. But
I missed that guy, yo. Shout out to KO, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, man. Me too. I miss him too. But his level of violence is a little different. It's not like I'm gonna come and stun everybody and be out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Braun Breaker. That's it. But I just know that was a special moment for that crowd, man. When Austin was doing that, I know they were eating it up. They got their money's worth.
And I'm telling you, like this, there's so many videos from this episode that I did not realize that this was where it took place at the Coliseum. Because like later, the way that the show closed, not that we jumping around, don't matter. At the end of the episode where he's just stunning referees and officials, like that's the clip that I see. I probably saw a couple weeks ago. I see it all the time. And like it was one of the refs that I think like dropped before Austin could even like lock the stunner on. He basically just did a belly flop on the mat. Like it was terrible. He was in there.
He had a terrible stunner, by the way. He took that. I thought he pump faked it for a second.
Who?
Jeff Jarrett, when Austin hit him with the stunner after he came in.
I don't remember his being bad though.
I felt like it was like a stutter. Like it was almost just like it wasn't a botch per se, but I didn't think it was the most. I only thought about that because it was Jeff Jarrett. It was 99.
My favorite,
and I knew that was the time when it was just like, yo, Jeff Jarrett's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So he's just like, yo, if I feel like just not taking your stunner and going to WCW tomorrow, I'm gonna just do that. So I was like, that's the vibe I got watching Jeff Jarrett interact with Steve Austin, which is already a crazy scene in itself. Because we ain't seen that, you know what I mean, unless you go back into these vaults and see that. So that was also pretty interesting. Hey, you want to go?
My favorite bad stunner out of that whole F was the one with Mark Henry. Like he barely moved. It was so funny, bro. And he just rolled out of the ring. It was just mad funny, bro. I can't even describe it. It was so funny.
That was jokes.
So good, Mark Henry, man. Shout to Mark Henry, man.
Yeah. And we go through the matches. We start from the top.
We started out. So I told you we had that recap with Austin in the ministry. Greater Power hasn't been revealed. We have Michael Cole and Kevin Kelly on commentary. It was jarring to hear Kevin Kelly's voice on a New Japan product, because like he was on AEW for a cup of coffee. He was in and out. He wasn't really over there, but he was really like the voice of Ring of Honor and then New Japan for a long time. and I haven't heard his voice in a while. And I forgot almost for a
That was
while
him.
if he had anything to do with WWF. So, Michael Cole and Kevin Kelly was the commentary team. JR was not a in-ring interview segment. You know what I mean? So JR wasn't even, he was in the building, but wasn't on commentary.
Yo, I actually like that entrance, by the way, too, man. That music, the video package, like it took me
It was
back
a
because
nice
I
little vibe.
remember
That was
watching
probably
it.
Jim Johnston.
That
That
was
was more than likely
tight,
Jim
bro.
Johnston that made that.
That was a fly intro for Sunday
Probably.
Night Heat,
Yeah.
man. I can't front. I forgot, and it made me remember when I used to watch Heat in the early days. I was like, nah, they did have a dope aesthetic to them with the orange, the yellow, the
Yeah.
heat, the music, the entrance. Like Sunday Night Heat was that ish for a little bit, man.
This was
And
also
it was perfect for Long Island, by the way.
Say what?
I think a Sunday Night Heat, that type of program, perfect for Long Island. I might be wrong, but it almost felt like that particular program. And again, I only really watched it like a couple of times today, but just I'm trying to relive the feeling and thinking I'm like, yo, this card is the summertime, and like, yo, 6 months down the line at the end of the year, Stone Cold is gone. So you're basically getting a peak ending
Very
Stone
true.
Cold.
Yeah.
And higher power is getting revealed the next night with the 25-minute promo coming at you the next night. You don't even know it's coming with all this talking. Linda McMahon. It's like a lot going on. And I'm like, yo, this moment, it's starting in Long Island at Nassau Coliseum. That makes it even more special, I think. And that program, Sunday Night Heat, even with the mid-carders, I feel like Long Island people have an appreciation for like a full spectrum of something. They can appreciate the full sport of something, like even like something like a mid-carder or something like that. Like we'll fuck with that, So I think it was just perfect, man. Sunday Night Heat, Long Island, Nassau Coliseum. They made it a big program. They needed to. They did it. I thought it was a great episode. I'm actually glad that you guys picked that particular episode.
Yeah. I had
I
a
know it
good
happened to
time
be in Long
watching it.
Island, but it's a really special.
It was a
Yeah.
doozy, man. It took me
Me
back.
too.
I had
Me too.
a real good time watching it. It's a portal,
I watched the higher power
Higher
promo
Power.
right after because I had to.
Now, you know what? That
had to.
higher power storyline is wicked because I was present for the 2006 Shawn Michaels versus Shawn Michaels and God versus Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon. So I was fully on board. That was the year before I tapped out of wrestling as a whole. So like
that was the start of the downfall.
Yeah, that was like, wow. I could go TNA over here with Christian Cage and Jeff Jarrett, or I could go Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon versus Shawn Michaels and God in the main event of a pay-per-view. Well, this is where we're at,
Crazy.
WWE. This is where we're at. So yeah, it was crazy to see that higher power story. I didn't realize what it was until I really sat back and had to be like, yo, they did this already, and this is just a rehash because nothing in wrestling is ever really that original anymore. Then at the time, present day, like nothing's really original, man. So
then now forever.
Then now forever. There we go. Then now forever. I was just thinking that. Then now forever. Thank you, man. Yo, nothing is original with WWE.
Also, one more thing I want to mention before I totally forget. Test.
Yep.
Test. Yo, light theme song.
Test.
That was the diet theme, but the one that he evolved into when he brought the leather pants out, that was the theme. That's
little AO trivia. I wrote my first rap to that.
Bro, that beat is hard. That beat
no,
is
but that was my first rap. Was to
that beat is
tough, beat, man. That joint was very hard.
Test beat was tough.
Stupid.
Tails, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, and Test passed away, right? Several years ago.
Yeah.
Yo, he was not small. This guy
big
was
boy.
just as tall as Kane.
Yo, there were a lot of people like I always looked at him as like, all right, you could probably do Diesel. Not the actual gimmick, but just the attitude. I always got Diesel from a big boot, leather pants. You know what I mean? Like I always got him. And now looking at at Big Bill, he's kind of from that same mold. Athletic big man,
I love Big Bill.
deceptively fast, like deceptively quick. You know,
this is fitting that we are talking about a guy like Tess, because I was listening to Stevie Richards' podcast the other day, and he was talking about, his topic was the glass ceiling. And he named so many guys that we're going to speak about that I was just like, yo, this is crazy that we're talking about like these names. And he's also like, yo, they were so popular, but they were just like, Tess couldn't go any further. D'Lo Brown couldn't go any further. And he was already a double champion at the time. He was so over. Al Snow, head of the Job Squad. What does everybody want? He's the most over guy, but he can't go any higher. So I just thought, like, and he said Test. He was like, Test was a victim of definitely being a glass ceiling guy. Of like, we're gonna try to give you the ball, but it doesn't seem like you're gonna take the ball and run with it. So give it back to us now.
And then Triple H just kind of ruined it.
Yep. And then here comes the marriage that sealed Test's fate for what would be his WWE.
Yep.
So
other big theme going on in this episode was the King of the Ring. There's a lot of qualifying matches that were happening, and the biggest of them all, as far as I'm concerned, was the fact that China earlier in the year was the first woman in the Royal Rumble, and now, you know, after this episode, was officially the first woman in the King of the Ring. We started out with, you know, you mentioned Road Dogg earlier. It was Road Dogg versus the Godfather. Like, watching this in a vacuum without any context, I did not realize that Billy Gunn and Road Dogg were at odds for a while. So like, they're not on the same page. And so many of these matches were like 45 seconds, minute and a half. Like, we're in and out. You know, this is peak Vince Russo. If Vince Russo was not part of the company, his DNA was still
with a wacky ass finish every
time. Every time. This particular match, the opening match, Road Dogg versus the Godfather, I don't know. I look down, and then all of a sudden, Billy Gunn is interfering. He has a chair or something. He's trying to attack the Road Dogg, misses the Road Dogg. He ducks out of the way, and he smacks Godfather in the face or the head with a chair. Of course, the ref doesn't see anything. And then Road Dogg for the 1, 2, 3. And then Billy Gunn runs after him. Now they're chasing each other throughout the, you know, back into the backstage area. 2.5 minutes. Like, the entrances were probably as long as the match.
Nasty chair shot, by the way. Unprotected.
Oh, he caught him.
Oh.
He definitely caught him.
Really crazy.
It was nothing protected back then, man. There was nothing.
What an arrow. We was loving that
honestly,
crunch.
like, Steve Austin was low-key one of the only guys that really used to try to protect himself. Like, if somebody swung a chair at Steve, he'd try to get his hands up, and you would hit his hands. And it looked terrible at the time. But he still got his wits about him. Some of these other guys don't.
And we still got Austin right now because
he's still drinking beer, man.
They took
swig of beer for the working man, you know.
They took chair shots like nobody's business, dog.
Bro, like they was water balloons or something, kid. Like,
that was a Sunday Night Heat opening match, and that's what it looked like. Like, imagine if we saw that on the opening night of, if we saw that the first 5 minutes of Collision, the internet would be like, yo, this is garbage. I can't believe it. They're using unprotected chair shots in the first 5 minutes of this television program. Like, that's how.
Remember when who was it? The 10 man that hit Cody with the chair.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears. When Sean Spears hit Cody with that chair,
the 10 man.
It was an uproar.
It was an uproar. I remember that. I actually do remember Twitter when that happened. The 10 man is
also Godfather is really nimble, man, in that match.
He's another guy that's deceptively fast and quick, easy on his feet.
He did this one reverse Irish whip, and he brought it into like a back high super kick, almost like a backwards. I thought, I was like, wow, this looks crazy. He's so big. Both of them are big. And seeing his green neon pants fly that quickly, I was like, wow, maybe Damian Priest moves like that, if anything, close to WWE, but that's it.
Yeah. But even with Damian Priest, like, he might have, but even with Damian Priest, he might have the height, but he ain't as heavy as the Godfather was, like 300 plus, and he was moving, man. I heard around this time they were considering, or at least talking about bringing the Papa Shango gimmick back around this time.
I'm so glad they didn't, because the whole
it was over. Yeah, that was over.
Took over.
Oh, man. They would never let him do that promo ever, by the way.
Oh, we'll get to that. Don't worry. That messed me up when we got to By the time we got to the October 10th episode of Sunday Night Heat at the Nassau Coliseum, I was just on the floor at that one. I couldn't even. I was like, "Yo, dog, what am I watching right now? Yo,
The
this
October
is fire.
one, yeah.
Wild times,
This
bro.
is fire." But yeah, Godfather is another one that really had that era, man. Like I don't know if y'all ever played WWF No Mercy with Godfather, but I knew about his maneuvers. So when the birthday, when you talking about it, I remember that kick that he had because that was a move in his arsenal. That finisher that he uses, like that,
It's like a DVD almost.
Yeah, the DVD. Like I knew about that. Like seeing that, I was like, yo, I played with that pause on WWF No Mercy. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That
Very
you know what I'm saying. Godfather really was maneuvering like that. Shout out to the Godfather, man, all the hoes. We'll get back to that later.
Light your blunt one time and say pimpin' ain't easy. Pimpin' ain't easy.
Yo, didn't Ice-T do the remix for that too?
Did he?
Ice-T did the Godfather joint.
Ruthless Aggression.
Yeah.
That was the CD? What was the CD called?
The same one where Run DMC did DX's entrance, and there were a couple, but
I know exactly the CD you're talking about. I'm just drawing a blank on
Dub C and Snoop Dogg did Stone Cold. It's really hard.
I didn't even believe it was real.
Dub C over the Austin beat was hard.
I didn't even believe it was real, bro. I thought it was like at the time, I thought it was just like internet folklore. I was like, there's no way they're really doing this. This is really like rappers
really did it.
Rappers and wrestling. I'm mad young. I'm like, really? They work together?
What's going on?
Yeah. That's literally how I felt. Seeing that CD. We're gonna find that CD, yo. That's a good one. It's a classic, right?
Was that Aggression?
Aggression. I think I said Ruthless Aggression. It's just Aggression.
Yeah.
Aggression.
We had JR. He's doing the interview segment, middle of the ring. He's interviewing the acolytes. This is like Ministry of Darkness acolytes. You don't see what we would eventually see with either Bradshaw. This was Ron Simmons, right? This was former WCW World Champ Ron Simmons, Farouk Assad, leader of the Nation of Domination. And here he is as an acolyte with whatever the hell painted on his chest, standing next to Bradshaw. But they are the tag team champions. Newly won tag team titles.
Yes, they beat X-Pac and Kane. What a strange bedfellow tag team that was.
That was a fun little team, though.
I agree.
Corporate Ministry. And they basically just say, anybody could get it. Then we get the Brood. Hardest theme song, like one of the hardest theme songs in the history of the business. Jim Johnston again. They come out, throw a little bloodbath, little party, man, a little bloodbath, drench the acolytes in the blood. I don't really have anything to add to that. Red.
That's literally all it was to it, folks. It was just
nothing else to it.
I have nothing to add to that, man.
Yeah, I try to break it down. I'm like, no, that's literally it. Yeah,
that's it. What you saw is what it is.
TLC, mind you. This is pre-TLC, so we haven't gotten Ed and Christian on a higher trajectory yet. They're still
they're still fresh. They're still fresh. Yeah. I mean, Edge came in probably 90. Christian might have been in WWF for a year, maybe at this point. Maybe. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't been that long. We get more footage about Austin. He's still pissed off about the greater power, so he's pretty much attacking everybody. We got Meat, who's Sean Stasiak with PMS, who's Jackie, Terry Reynolds, and Ryan Shamrock. I was absolutely, like I mentioned earlier, like to see Jackie a part of PMS with Meat is insane.
Unnecessary.
Meat versus Ken Shamrock.
She should be wrestling. She should have been wrestling instead of being a manager.
Jackie, I remember the first time I saw Jackie, like a lot of wrestlers, was in like the Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazines and the Wrestler and all of that. A lot of those pages were black and white. Some of them you get like, 8 pages of color in the middle, the centerfolds or whatever. And Jackie always looked like a force to be reckoned with. It was always like some action shots, even the studio shots. She just looked like, down there in Texas, maybe, I don't know, some of the other territories at the time or indie promotions. She was just whooping ass. And then, she came to WWE, and it's just really a sign of the times, man. Like WWF's women's division was just not existent. Like Sable might have been the women's champion at that time. The women's division was so whack that China was wrestling the men. You know what I mean?
And
that's
getting told by Triple H, Well, Triple H was telling the audience, "Yo, don't look at her as a woman. Look at her as an athlete."
It was a wild time. So what do you expect? Like, what's Jackie to do? You know what I mean? You come
Meat
here
got
for the
beat.
competition, and you stay here for the meat.
The Meat got beat by Ken Shamrock.
Yo, Meat tapped out.
Commentary was wavy, son.
Michael Cole was having himself a time, bro.
What
Michael
a
Cole was
time
having
for
himself a
commentary.
time. Meat tapped out.
Quotable.
I know Vince came up with that. Let's call him meat.
That's cool. Oh, you already know that meeting. The meeting.
The meeting where you just get called meat. You just get
The
labeled
meat meeting.
and you just get sent out. Like, yo, you're meat. Now get out there and wrestle.
Yo, imagine being told we're gonna call you meat. I'm
Now
sorry.
go wrestle. Now go. Your
Go
match is
be
next.
meat.
Go.
Go be meat. Become meat. You are meat.
You're meat
You are
now.
meat.
Meeting's over, meat.
Oh, Lord of mercy, man. On
What
to
a
the
time.
next. Well, really, what
a
happened next?
time.
Yeah. So basically, like meat, meat tapped out, and then
Sean Stasiak lost the
Jarrett,
match.
Jeff Jarrett runs out to hit Ken Shamrock with a guitar, laid him out. Absolutely laid him out.
Bloody.
And yeah, nice little blade job. Imagine blade job on a 45-minute show.
On
Like,
the pre
show don't-
mind you, this is the pre-show. Like, this is taped. So it's like this is the action you getting on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Fire.
And then Steve Austin comes out and he tries to pretty much stun everybody in the vicinity. Misses out on Jeff Jarrett.
Second time.
Yeah. He would eventually no, he missed him earlier. This is when he actually did get Jeff Jarrett, I think.
This is just his second time coming out, though.
Yeah. Stone Cold stuns Meat.
Yeah.
We got Kane versus Test. My one note for this match was pretty much the ending. It was a Test pump slam attempt where Kane went over the top and reversed it into a tombstone pile driver. And Kevin Kelly popped. Kevin Kelly's like, it's one of the most athletic things I've seen in
Kane
WWF in a long time. Two guys that size, they held it down.
Pause. That was the real Meat.
That was a meat match.
That was the Meat match.
That was Meat versus Meat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to say, like, Kane at that time really had moves. Like, it was underrated, but at that era, like, Kane was doing some wavy things where you was just kind of like, I didn't know a guy like this was maneuvering like this, man. But Kane, the big red machine at the time.
And he was in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, this was the babyface run, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
real quick, actually,
backstage
Stevie brought this up. He said Kane was under the glass ceiling. How do y'all feel about that?
Kane was what?
Under the glass ceiling, to an extent.
Nah, I think like
No, I disagree with that.
Like, as far as like he wasn't able to break through as far as like being a credible world champion. Like, it was just he was always the helping hand.
He broke through more than he's already supposed to, I think. He was only supposed to be like a side character to like The Undertaker, and then just the Glenn Jacob person created Kane into a whole other thing and gave it a whole nother life, you know? And I think that alone, like, that's probably why he never needed like a world title or this or that. Like, there's even the designated Kane spot, you know, like, that's why I can't say
at that time period. He only held the belt.
Thing applies to him.
He only held the belt for 24 hours at that time period.
Yeah,
but the only time he was a world champion again was in that later years after like the 2010s when nobody was really like, you know.
But I mean, number one, like the manner in which he won the world title in the first place was, if I'm correct, the first blood match versus Austin. And he always looked like a monster. He absolutely the reason I disagree though is like, think about how left that whole Kane character and the whole storyline could have gone. Because if you write it down on paper, it looks stupid as hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just all of the characters and people involved in that storyline really, really made it, you know, something to bite into. So Nah, like I think, and then he won the world title. But even not being a long time world champ or a multi-time world champ in this short of a window, he would get it later on. He was always like pretty close to the top. He was always with other top guys or in storylines
He
with
was the
top
helping
guys.
hand.
Yeah, so world champ or not, like he had a 20-year career. You know what I mean? Like glass ceiling or no glass ceiling. I think the character worked. You know.
Yeah,
Also,
that's
to
one in the
add
middle.
on to that, he created the archetype of that slot, of that role, so someone like Damian Priest can exist and thrive without having multiple world titles as well, and he'll always be in a picture for Elimination Chamber or this or that or whatever, so that's because of Kane, everything. You can credit him for that
I
for
mean,
sure.
even with the Undertaker, like his first title reign really wasn't anything. I think he beat Hogan, and that
Yeah.
that wasn't that long of a reign. He didn't get the title again until he beat Sid at Mania, the same Mania with the submission match, Austin and Bret Hart. And he had that for a little
Mhm.
while, but it wasn't like it was, people
But you
weren't
got to
banging
remember
down the
that time
doors to go
period.
see. Yeah.
Bob Backlund had that belt.
But for the most part, like
He,
Undertaker was always at the top or near the top because of the feud, not the title.
fair.
So
Yes.
Kane is the same, Kane follows Undertaker's archetype.
I definitely wouldn't
Absolutely.
put Kane anywhere near D'Lo Brown and Al Snow and all them with that type of rapport. Like I definitely wouldn't go there.
Yo, did he? I don't. What other titles?
Popular.
I don't know. Let me see if I can find like what other titles he held.
Everybody in that era was essentially very popular. So it kind of felt like unless you were the main event guy, like the top four that I said between Rock, Austin, Triple H, Undertaker, you weren't really getting too much burn in that main event scene at that time period. Mankind broke through because the fanfare.
So Kane was a one-time WWF champion, one-time World Heavyweight champion, ECW champion. He held the Intercontinental twice, Hardcore once, 24/7 once, Tag Team Championship twice, once with the Big Show, once with Daniel Bryan. Then 9-time WWF World Tag Team Champions, twice with Mankind, X-Pac, Undertaker, and then the Hurricane, Rob Van Dam, and the Big Show. WCW World Champ with the Undertaker. Tag Team Royal Rumble. I never even heard of that.
Yeah, he's a tag team. A lot of tag team.
Yeah, but I ain't never heard of Tag Team Royal Rumble. But I mean, as far as like titles, man, he was always there. He was always there.
Yeah.
You can roll on.
All those belts are won because of him anyway. Any
Yeah.
tag team, if Kane with anyone versus anyone, they're gonna win. So,
But that's
I guess
why I
that's how
really
they play.
like that
Brothers in
tag team with
Destruction.
him and X-Pac was always pretty cool because it's like the Shawn and Diesel connection where you got the smaller guy that could run around, do the high flying, all of that, get beat down, really get the heat sometimes, and then you got to get the hot tag, big man come in and clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo.
Yes.
It's a good juxtaposition from Brothers of Destruction.
Bingo. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. But backstage, there is a human being by the name of Lucas that is attempting to interview Stone Cold Steve Austin and find out who he saw under the hood, who is the greater power. Austin pretty much tells him, I ain't telling you anything. I'm not telling you only because I don't think he's here. I know he's not going to come here tonight. I ain't telling anybody anything, but I know who he is, and he's got an ass whooping coming to him. Lucas looks like he might be 113 pounds soaking wet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if
never
I've
seen him.
seen. I definitely hadn't seen him before. I don't
Never seen him.
remember him or his face or his name at all. So he couldn't have been there that long.
Never seen
Yeah.
some before in my life.
Might have been his tryout.
Like an
Could have
intern.
been.
He does like an intern. And then we end here with China. She comes out with Triple H. Val Venus comes out with Nicole Bass, and this is a King of the Ring qualifying match. China versus Val Venus.
Hello, ladies.
Bro, I hadn't heard. Talk about some music of the time. I completely forgot about Val Venus, and I heard this. I was like, yo, this was nuts.
He said Val Venus too. Val Venus was very popular, but he wasn't breaking through.
I mean, yeah, what is he supposed to do? Like, that's the you play your role. Everybody does not need to be a world champ.
He had a glass ceiling.
But look at the character.
Yeah, he was a porn star.
He's a porn star.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think that's going to be the guy to win the title?
Never.
Never. Like,
Never.
he
Did he
played
ever
his
win
role.
any IC belt?
Probably the IC.
He was
maybe the European, but definitely the IC.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
about it.
Everybody held that belt at one period of time, and now barely anyone could hold that belt. Everyone got the extensive reign.
Is it
Penta?
Penta just won it.
Penta just won it. Finally,
that was a good win.
Danhausen's curse.
Yes,
that was a real good win.
Very necessary.
Yeah. So this was China attempting to be the first woman in the King of the Ring. She was the first woman in the Royal Rumble earlier in the year. Shenanigans were afoot, all kind of ref bumps and interference, and I think China hit Nicole Bass. Triple H got in the ring like once or twice.
Yeah,
he dropped he had leather pants on. That was crazy. And China won with the pedigree. She pedigreed Val Venus, hit the 1, 2, 3. Nicole Bass threw the referee back in the ring to make the 3 count for China.
She's sick of Val Venus.
That was smooth.
Something I did notice about that match that stuck out to me was Val Venus only really got 2 very specific moves on China, and it had to do with her legs, and then it was like that one like really simple like body slam pickup almost, but it was like really simple moves, you know what I mean? That was just something I noticed compared to like compared to like, I don't know, like a mixed tag with like Tony and Orange Cassidy and somebody else. They're doing all kinds of shit on each other nowadays, you know? So that was just something I noticed. It was like really, really 2 moves that Val Venus got off and China did the rest.
Yeah. Yes. Very light. Yeah. And China was going to get that dub no matter what.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That was the trajectory. Yo, let me tell you how big a star was. When I put this on earlier, when I'm watching this, my wife comes in. She's like, "Oh, that's China." Wife ain't no wrestling fan. She wasn't a wrestling fan then. She definitely ain't a wrestling fan now. She was like, I remember she was everywhere. Like China was a big deal. You know what I mean? So China, you hear those stories about who's passing the airport test or who was a star and all of that. China was up there, brother.
And she didn't really have that many matches or title reigns. Like,
it was just the presence, though. It was like you've never seen anything like this, or you haven't seen anything like this in a long time.
She was ahead of her time, man. She would be totally in AEW right now having a run if she was alive.
I'm gonna keep it, or in WWE, because like that body type where you see like Jade is a perfect example. Yes. Like Jade brings up China all the time as being somebody that influenced her. Bianca, and like a woman with muscles, a lot of times in wrestling bring up China conversations all the time. Even with Jackie, if Jackie had a few, like another foot, because Jackie wasn't as tall as China. If she was a little bit taller, she's right there with China.
Yeah, Jackie.
Agreed. Absolutely.
At least in WWF, because I take Jackie was a problem.
Fun fact, I watched China's last wrestling match in TNA in 2011. It was her and Kurt Angle versus Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett. Terrible
China
match.
And Kurt Angle versus the Jarretts. Okay.
Yes, versus the Jarretts. Terrible match on behalf of everyone not Kurt Angle. But wavy story. And it was cool to see China, even in 2011. It was pretty dope. Like, yo, she looked like if she was still like trying to give it a go, she could have really like turned it around and like changed her whole story. You know what I mean? God bless the under. You know what I mean? God bless the dead. But it's like, damn, man. Like, and I just watched that probably like 2 weeks ago. That pops up because the TNA YouTube channel is just quick to just remind you about a match that you did not know that happened with.
Yeah.
Somebody that you actually remember from your childhood, like, yo, I forgot.
Right.
But yeah, man. Sunday Night Heat, yo.
That was the June episode, and of course, like I mentioned earlier, the episode ends with Austin just going crazy on everybody. He's stunning the refs, he's stunning the officials. He threw Tony Chimmel in the ring before the credits came on.
Tony Chimmel, man, he's the god, man. Tony Chimmel, the god.
And now we move
making
over
his way to the ring.
this October edition. This was not the whole episode. I don't think they cut off kind of quick,
No.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But talk about what I watched. October 99, we're back at the Nassau Coliseum. Started out with the passing of Gorilla Monsoon. It was a video that played rest in peace to Gorilla Monsoon. I didn't realize he was as young as he was when he passed.
That's me up.
Born in 37, passed away October 6, 1999. So they ran a little tribute. It was a Vince McMahon voiceover just talking about Gorilla Monsoon, really giving it up to him. Opening match was The Godfather versus J.R. Ryder. Now again, I'm looking at my phone or I'm doing something else, and I hear J.R. Ryder. I look up, like this is not the first person. There was J.R. Ryder, the rapper. There was J.R. Ryder, the basketball player. And then you had J.R. Ryder, the jobber.
Yep. Before there was.
I mean,
Godfather was this whole Godfather was this whole segment, man. That was the whole highlight. The hose, the promo, the jacket on the back. You know what I'm saying? With the hemp, I forgot I said hemp something. I was like, yo, they're wilding right now. What?
He took the promo up even more so. He outright said, "Take out your blunts and light it."
Take out your blunt and light it, dog. I was
He
like,
outwards said that. And that was the other thing I wanted to point out. In June, it was sort of the same, but it was a lot tamer. He didn't say, he said, "Yo, take it out, light one." He just sort of like mentioned it. This one was a stiff, take your blunt out and light it. Like, it was like,
that
wow,
was crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
That was such a wavy promo. I've never heard anything like that in all of my years of wrestling.
Yeah. And we might never hear it in WWE.
Like, because it was Sunday Night Heat. It was Sunday Night Heat. So you know what I mean? They was testing the waters. And it's
let's see who we get away with.
Yeah, we could get away with some ish. You know what I mean? It's the pre-show.
This was either like Shotgun Saturday Night or Sunday Night Heat. Let's just try something.
Yeah. We went to the back. Vince was like, He was just like, man,
Vince might not even been there.
Vince, I was about to say, Vince actually didn't even get there yet.
He left Pat Patterson in charge. Pat said, do whatever. Just don't get us kicked off. Whatever. What do you want to say?
Take out your bloody lady. Oh, yo, dog. That messed me up, yo. Michael Cole was having a blast on commentary.
Yeah, that's why I believe that Vince wasn't there, because the commentators sound like they was having a good time.
Because what match? It's just like, I gotta liven this place up right now.
That's a fact.
That was good. That was a good moment, man. Shout to the left side Titantron too, by the way. Wavy Titantron at the time. Mm-hmm. They had to go left. They went right. Like the SmackDown Titantron. Yeah, man. Classic.
We had a video about the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. He was in that world title picture. He was chasing after the world title. This was the jeans era of the British Bulldog. He used to wrestle in jeans and tall socks and black boots.
Yo, fam, was I the only person that felt like this Davey Boy promo went on for like a good 5 minutes? Yeah? Like,
it was pretty long.
I felt like they went in depth with this day. Like, they literally used this episode to just catch you up on Davey Boy Smith. Like, yo, this is what's going on.
World title contender.
Yeah, they really like made you like. I was just like, oh, I forgot about that.
I was expecting the match right after.
Yeah,
he was in that run. I feel like I should follow up about what happened during that era, because I really fizzled out with Davey Boy Smith when I didn't realize that he came back like in present day. Like, oh, he did have a little stint in '99. You know what I mean? Because I remember he wasn't really around in 2000 when I tapped in, but '99, I see what they was doing. I see where they was trying to go with Davey Boy Smith.
Yeah,
because Lord knows they were trying to elevate as many other people outside of the usual core four. They would try it. You know what I mean? They would definitely try.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
So we had Davey Boy Smith for what felt like 5 minutes.
We had Steve Blackman in a one-on-one
Legend.
match versus Chaz, who was the former mom of the Headbangers.
Yo.
This was nuts.
Yo.
Very
Whoa.
crazy.
Whoa.
This was nuts.
Wow. Messed me up. Because we the clean pod, I was about to drop the F, but this messed me up because I never saw this before. Never saw what we about to speak about with this whole match and storyline before in my life. Before we said we was going to cover this episode.
I don't even know. I mean, look, what I'll say is, for starters, Michael Cole started this match by mentioning, I think during Steve Blackman's entrance, that Dries was actually injured earlier in the week. It was another show at the Nassau Coliseum, but that's the injury in that match, I think with D'Lo Brown, where he actually got paralyzed. So Michael Cole was mentioning, or Kevin Kelly, one of the two, but they were mentioning that, he had surgery. They're trying to, reattach the vertebrae or something like that. Just bad news, and we pretty much kind of know how that went. Like Dries ended up being paralyzed for the rest of his life, and I think he passed away like a couple of years ago.
He did.
It's not that long ago.
He actually ended up getting movement back in his upper body, like towards the end. Like he was fully quadriplegic after a while, which is really tough. But then I think through rehab, he was able to regain some movement up top, and then so tough, man. Tough. It was such a dangerous era, man. Like I know, like we kind of like romanticize like the violence of it and like how cool it looked and whatever, but man, when they got hurt, boy, did they get hurt, man.
I mean, think about sometimes like the things that we watch on a regular basis where you're talking a matter of inches, one way this way or one way the other way, and somebody is breaking their neck, a bone, a foot, an arm, shoulder goes out of socket. You see how many times people are tearing, ACLs, PCLs, and meniscus and all this. So it's the nature of the business, and I think look at Big E's injury, for example. It was just a belly to belly overhead suplex with Ridge Holland. Like, we're not talking about high risk. It wasn't off the top rope, just landed wrong. Bad angle, didn't get up high enough, landed wrong. It was a wrap.
And he's perfectly fine. He's like, yo, life's gonna go on.
I'm so happy because I saw him say that.
Me too.
I'm sure there's been, times, but anything like, damn, I'd love to get back in there or whatever. But I'm one, happy that he still has a position over there in WWE to be able to do commentary on the PLE panels or whatever. But I'm also, it just seems like he's at peace. He has other projects, other things he's working on and doing and all that. So people get injured sometimes and they just kind of stay stuck in that mode where my old life is all I know and it never really evolved. And he's put out a bunch of projects, written books and different things. So shouts to him. Shouts to Big E.
And he's also really a key component, I think, in really connecting WWE and ESPN right now. Like with his post-show presence, pre-show presence, and just kind of like how he sort of like speaks on it. Like he's gonna be like the key factor in bringing a general audience, like the ESPN audience, to like really tap in. Like the other ones, they're cool. Jackie Redmond also, but like Big E, like playing that role of like former player, athlete, now commentator. Like he's the one that everyone's gonna believe and lean on and really like maybe buy into his commentary before everyone else. So I think that's great. That's super key, super crucial. Like shout out to
Big E. So this Steve Blackman and Chaz match.
Wowzers.
Forgot about Chaz.
What do you say about this, man? Like, there was an angle where it was a
wow. Never saw this woman before in my life.
Neither of us. Like, you got to get
Maria. What was the correct name? It might have been Mariana. Never saw her before in my life. I didn't know she was even a character that was playable in a video game, let alone a presence on. She had a black eye, and she was accusing Chaz of being the person who's been putting hands on her, and he's been getting arrested escorted by cops. He's had
what they were coming out to arrest Chaz, I think.
Yeah, to arrest Chaz.
They interrupted the middle of the match to do that.
They've done that. He's
like, what are we doing?
I've never seen this before, yo. Like, I was like, what am I really watching now in wrestling?
Yeah.
Like, so long story less long. The match goes on. Match was not going to be much of anything. It wasn't going to be much of anything. The referees were turning their backs beforehand on Chaz. I guess everybody was just like, nah, this guy's a jerk. He's putting his hands on her. Essentially, Mariana comes out with the cops. She's about to have the cops do his thing right in the middle of the match. Just arrest him. Mid-match. You got to go, buddy. A man with a baldy comes out who is Glenn. I believe that's the name. That's Chaz's former partner from the Headbangers.
I didn't catch the name, but it used to be Thrasher.
His name was Thrasher. I got his name.
He had his WWE backstage producer polo.
Glenn Ruth.
Glenn Ruth. Yes.
The regular WWF New York, you can get this college shirt.
Yeah.
That shirt.
Off top. So you had that guy.
I think he was talking about.
That was a wavy time period because I remember that period.
GTV
was fire. GTV was kind of fire. It was catching everybody.
GTV was TMZ before TMZ, really.
GTV was catching everybody slipping.
Yeah.
So they pop out. He says, yo, I've got the footage. Mariana's got this whole thing as a setup. She's popped makeup on. They arrest her. The Headbangers do their thing. The end.
Insane.
Wavy.
This was
very wavy. I enjoyed that actually very much.
Never saw this before in my wrestling knowledge ever. So this was definitely one for the books.
Yeah, I did not know that this was a thing.
Very fun tidbit. Very fun tidbit.
This seems like this was a 2-week storyline where midweek they said, yo, we have to get out here.
We gotta pack this up.
Wrap it up.
Hey, yo, Thrasher, you gonna walk out and just basically put the kibosh on this beat.
Because they're flaming him up at the airport. They're calling him a woman beater.
Vince McMahon sent a fax that said, finish this.
Wrap this shit up.
Wrap this up. Terrible.
Nah, I had to go. Couldn't see that storyline no more. Not present day. No way, no how.
Out of control. And then the last little bit of content on this particular link was the Dudleys. This is like not that long ago in ECW Dudleys, because Bubba still got the stutter.
And they got
wearing tie-dye shirts and shorts, overalls or whatever. It's the Dudleys versus Chris Jericho and Curtis Hughes, who was known as Mr. Hughes earlier in the 90s. Jericho and Curtis Hughes are a tag team versus the I forget why this match was happening.
I forgot all about Curtis Hughes, yo.
I remember Curtis Hughes used to be the dude. If I remember correctly, he used to beef with the Boss Man.
Oh, did he?
I think. I could be wrong, but I remember him like he was in the Federation earlier in the 90s. Because his name was Mr. Hughes. No, he used to be. I know he used to beef with Mr. Perfect, I believe. Anyway, like he was around early in the 90s is the point. I didn't know that he came back. I don't know why he went from Mr. Hughes to Curtis Hughes. I don't know why he was teaming with Chris Jericho. But here they are against stuttering Bubba Ray Dudley and Testify Devon Dudley.
He wrestled with glasses on, wavy. The theme of the show is just all types of wavy. Was the Sunday Night Heat. Like, yo, I've seen things that I've never seen before in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
A man wrestled with sunglasses on the same episode that a woman beater angle was ran. On the same episode where hoes were eagerly cheered on by a man who said, yo, you have to have a blunt be lit in this arena right now. This was one of the best wrestling shows I might have ever seen for none of the wrestling.
Yeah. This is where they really lead to the storyline more.
The match ended after Jericho just left Hughes hanging. Hughes tried to fight back, but he took a nasty 3D. Like it was.
Yo, it looked like he was thinking back body drop, and they said no, 3D. Because he came down at this angle.
His glasses stayed on the whole time too. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, he went down at a, you know.
It looked like a French fry that got bent. Like it looked like it hurt. So that is essentially how that match ended and how that show ended. And it
took that whole. I don't think that there's no way this was the end of the show. I just think the link was cut.
No, that wasn't. That was like halfway through. There was like another
that was
20
only
minutes
like
after,
minutes.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to 3D on his face.
Find the rest of
it. I would love to go back and watch like just more Sunday Night Heats and Shotgun Saturday Nights, like real quick. They're an hour.
Shout the homie that got the channel. We got all the episodes listed.
Oh yeah, I didn't even dig into the channel. Like I just searched.
He got 40 of them joints. They up.
Oh, say less.
That's why I was just.
And Halftime Heat.
I remember Halftime Heat. I remember Super Bowl joint.
Yeah, I was actually gonna watch that afterwards when I was like, yo, this Sunday Night Heat thing, I'm really digging. So
honestly, like I wouldn't mind if once we finish up the Coliseum, we just go to get into a whole nother series of Sunday Night Heat. Like, let's just watch Sunday Night Heat. Why not?
Yeah.
I actually did spin off to another episode already. So
see,
it's pretty much.
I wouldn't mind going back and just watching some Sunday Night Heats. And if we can find those Shotgun Saturday Nights, I'll watch those.
That was a funny one, man.
Yeah. So that was
that that actually made me think of, because I'm thinking it and I'm gonna speak about it on the pod, and we watched it and it's documented. After seeing Jericho with Curtis Hughes, you know what I'm thinking is gonna happen or could happen? He's gonna pop back up, and you know who he's gonna be paired with because they've been waiting for the right time to use him? Royce Keys.
Oh, this has been the Ringside Club.
How's that for hypothesis, y'all? Oh man, that's funny.
I love it.
I don't.
I love it. I hope it happens.
I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I see the vision. I see the vision. It made me think, because I was just like, yo, where does this Curtis Hughes come from? But I had to think back, like, oh, he was a blip in the radar. But even with Jericho walking off and watching somebody else take a pinfall loss, that's so on brand to where he's at in present day as he's calling him an idiot. Like, it's all the same things. Like, he's kept it going. So I do have to give kudos to Jericho with just the way he's just, streamlined, man. Like, the character. Like, the way he treated Curtis Hughes is the same way he's treated many of people in many of eras. That was just the beginning of what we saw with that one. So, shout out to that, man. Shout out to Y2J. Great theme song. Ayatollah. What a rock and roller.
That was 2 episodes or episode and a half of Sunday Night Heat from the Nassau Coliseum. Episode, what are we on? I think this was 130. 130 of the Ringside Club.
You know what I wanted to touch base on real quick? Let's give a shout out to some of the champions. You know what I mean? Quick little champion highlight right now. Anybody got any champions y'all feeling right now?
I mean, Penta. Brand new IC.
Here we go. We got Penta. Shout to Penta, just won the IC.
Yeah, brand new IC champ. That was
finally ended it.
That was a good win. Man, he's been in WWE for a year?
Yes. 2. Going on 2. I want to say going on 2, maybe? No.
About a year.
I don't think it's been that long.
A little over a year.
Yeah. So shouts to him. You know what I mean? Like, I go back to AEW, man. I always thought that Penta and Phoenix as singles could really do some damage. And we see Penta like that. That prophecy is coming true. So I was happy. I was definitely happy to see that.
Very, very good moment. You know what I mean? It's about time I got some gold. Let me excited to see where he goes in regards to the feuds. Hopefully this Dom thing is done. You can move on to some credible challengers. He's gonna walk into WrestleMania with some gold. It's fly. I'm looking forward to the Penta era as IC champion.
And then another set of champs. New. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Well, I saw a graphic where they changed like the blue on the IC belt to red to match his fit. I'm like, man, that would be fire. It looks so cool, man. I'm like, nah, I would love to see that. Low key. I
saw.
I don't know if that's ever been done.
I mean, they do customs all the time, but like that seems specific to Penta.
To him, right?
I saw that they put new AEW tag belts together, and the side plates feature on both sides. One plate is FTR hitting the 3D, not a 3D, what do you call it? Shadow Machine. And the other one is the Bucks hitting the Melter Driver. Like both plates on either side. So it's 2 plates, 4 plates all together, but 2 and 2. 2 best tag teams or 2 top tag teams in the thing. And the other champs I wanted to highlight were the new trios titles, champs rather, because you got Aussie Open kind of low key back together. You know what I mean? Aussie Open back together, and then another belt for Okada. I've been calling them Aussie Okada.
I like this. Open. I really like the fact that they use this group and this core.
Yeah.
Because really, if you used any other pair, like Lance Archer, like Hechicero,
I can't say. I know where you're going with that, and I can't say it really depends on what the combo is, because you can put Lance Archer in a combo. It just needs to be the right one.
It just had to be Lance Archer, Okada, and Kyle Fletcher. It couldn't be Lance Archer, Hechicero, and Rocky Romero as the new trios champion.
No, I don't think Rocky, but you can put Lance Archer up there with like 2 other of the bigger guys, like physically bigger guys, or you put him in like a dynamic. You can get Josh Alexander in there. He makes sense in any trio. You know what I mean? He's going to be the workhorse.
You forgetting about him, man. Wow.
But he's the Maple Leaf Pro World champ. Maple Leaf Pro, Maple Leaf and Ring of Honor got a show coming up, like a dual show coming up at the end of the month.
In New York?
Nah, I think it's in Canada.
I was like, where are they coming out here?
Nah, it's in Canada. It's Global Wars. They just did a couple weeks ago. Ring of Honor did something. Athena owns a promotion in Texas, and they did a Global Wars. It's not global; it's both U.S., but they branded it Global Wars. Basically ROH and her promotion, and now they're doing that with Maple Leaf Pro, and it looks kind of dope. They got Mauro Ranallo's doing commentary on that. They're bringing some names out.
He does do commentary there.
They're bringing some names out. But yeah, I think and then the trios are coming up. We're about to have Mystico team back up with Jet Speed, or team up with Jet Speed. A lot of people really don't know. I saw there was some conversations a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, about Mystico online. Like, people that just watch One Federation have no idea that Mystico is probably like the biggest name in wrestling, period, right now, as far as like tickets sold, period. In the US, in Mexico, anywhere he goes, he moves more tickets than anybody else.
I gotta get more.
People don't understand that.
I gotta get more well versed in Mystico.
Like, Mystico is the guy, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm selective with certain luchas. You know what I mean? Like, I'm of the Penta elk. I like Phoenix.
It's really just what you like, and the way that he pops up, like, kind of he pops up sporadically on AEW, really through CMLL's partnerships. He's been on MLW a bunch. They do a bunch of shows with New Japan. He's all over the place. And then obviously it's CMLL, it's his home promotion. Like, the MVP. You talk about the MVP of wrestling. It ain't nobody from any other promotion. It's Mystico. Because the amount of tickets that CMLL sold, they're the oldest promotion. They did like a lot of tickets sold last year, and they have for the last few years. Arena Mexico is like a legendary venue in the sense of like Madison Square Garden and Tokyo Dome, and like Arena Mexico is it, and Mystico's the guy. If the whole game is about moving tickets and putting asses in seats, bingo. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Mystico's teaming up with Jet Speed at the pay-per-view Revolution to get those trios titles back. Those are my two champs. You know, Don Callis family new trios champion and Penta new IC champ.
Shout out to the champions. I just want to make sure we shout out some new champions. You know what I mean? We just had PLEs happen. We got PLEs coming up.
I think what was it? Revolution is it next weekend?
It's on the 15th.
Next weekend.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Yeah.
Next Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, Revolution is popping. First AEW pay-per-view of the year. There's always that 3-month period where it seems like forever. They get busy on the TV, but the top of the year is like there ain't no pay-per-views until March. So
they loading this card up though. It looks like a really good card. Andrade and Bandito should definitely smoke.
Looks good.
That'll be a goodie. Swerve and Brody King heating up. I'm liking that a lot right now.
Got Takeshita and Mox.
Takeshita and Mox. That'll be a duel. That's gonna be wild. I'm kind of just shrugging my shoulders at the trampoline party with the Hardleys and FTR, but you know.
Well, I'm gonna enjoy that match. FTR and the Young Bucks.
I get what we get, you know. I'm
looking we're gonna get some fire. That's what we getting.
I'm looking forward to the return of you know who and you know who. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I don't know who you talking about.
CNC Music Factory. On this day.
No. Well, this has been 1:30 of the ring.
Everything is come to life. You know what's gonna happen, man. It's Revolution.
Yeah, they gotta get their comeuppance with FTR. I don't even know what time it is.
They're taking 6 months off, man. I'm ready for Christian to get back. I'm ready for at least Christian to get back. You know, Christian could get back for right now, man. Cope, you know, it is what it is. He'll be here. He's gonna retire probably at the end of the year.
This is their last run. It seems like is it?
Yeah, I think it's over in the fall for him. That was
they'll do the Wembley show.
Yeah. Like I think pretty much, you know, from the time he came in October 3 years ago, it's like right up until now. So it's about time. He's about to have a hell of a summer. I hope he can stay healthy though. Most definitely. Like, that's always
the thing.
That's always like stay healthy, Cope. Like just don't do any wild things and just try to get this run. You know what I mean?
Yo, don't jump off the top.
Yeah, man. Just don't jump off nothing. Don't try to like take a wild shot from something. Like just keep these next 6 months smooth, man. I'm trying to see one of my legends just go out. Like, you know what I mean?
All we need you to do is punch and kick. That's it.
Legit, stay off that top rope.
Stay off the top rope. Stay off the middle rope.
We cannot have another report. No more.
Stay off the rope, man.
Stay off the ropes. Don't even run the ropes. Just punch.
Don't even Irish whip into the rope, man. Just
let Christian do everything.
Roll out the bottom of the ring.
Spear.
I don't want Christian doing that either. He's frail too.
Christian.
Both of them are pushing 60, man.
Man, just give them microphones, man.
Of 100 and something.
I just want to hear him.
Yeah, we got a combined age of 119. Keep it easy, B.
Oh man,
yeah, man.
It's the RSC.
I had a good time watching this. We got some more wrestling coming up, more Nassau Coliseum things coming up. A little Sunday Night Heat action sporadically. Birthday, let everybody know what's good with you, brother.
Yo, man, I'm here, man. I'm in Bushwick, man. I be you know, just doing my little thing over here on Mondays and Fridays. I be streaming. I've been watching SmackDown and Raw with the gang over here. And I've also been doing like a whole music thing also. I kind of want to bring you guys in on that. I think I already talked to you guys about that, but hopefully we'll do that sooner than later. So kind of like music in the beginning, and then we do watch along for Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown and the PLEs also. I'm starting to do Collision I'm probably gonna start doing that. I want to say next month. I'm gonna start adding the Saturday stream for Collision, and then I really want to do a Dynamite rewatch. I really want to catch it on Wednesday, but I can't. But I think I'm also gonna do that on the Saturday. So I might do like Dynamite and then Collision like live or whatever. So that's pretty much it, pretty much on the stream doing my thing, like always chopping it up, with the best, which is you guys. And yeah, man, I'm always really happy to be here, So I'm birthday audio on everything. You already know, keep it real simple. And yeah, I'm always happy to chop it. And yeah, I'm taking the Sunday Night Heat journey with y'all. So let's go.
Do it. Let's
My
do
guys.
Yes, sir.
Almighty RSC, man. You already know what it is. Chad Law, CHADLAW, all socials. Dunbar Powerful Snuff, curated by myself and DJ Big Mike, the ruler. Ruler season coming up in the next couple weeks. Stay locked in with that. Got some real good quality music for y'all. Looking forward to executing. Let's believe. Let's believe. It's the RSC, the Almighty. We got content for days coming up, y'all. Stay locked in with us, please.
Yes, sir. We out here. Peace.